8 minutes to get here, and we just didn't do anything. I'm not there. I'm here. It would have been. It would have been. You think I'm afraid of a box knife? You think I'm afraid of a box knife? You think I want to let that motherfucker? No. No. Nah, bro. I was 11, but I was 11 years wise, bro. Bro, I was special agent at that age. I'd chop him in the nuts. Where were you?
Shout out to 9/11.
I shouldn't have laughed as hard as I did, considering that's what we're talking about. But, you know, just to hear it so blatantly and so clean, yeah, that's hilarious.
Just say shout out.
Shout outs. Yo, shout out to back air. Hella shout out to back air.
Like you said earlier, man, if you had a really good Twin Towers impression, you were eating after. You were fucking eating.
Is that another plane? That's my tower. Wait, was it tower
Dylan
2?
had
again?
a recreating 9/11 during this wonderful game of Melee. And we have taken the first stop.
We actually...
Nice back.
We were talking about taking the video of when they tell Bush that the second plane has hit the tower when he's in the elementary school. We're thinking about doing that and then taking Adam's face and putting it over Bush's face and just be like,
I like that.
it's gold.
I like that, but to really sell that joke, you need to figure out the unfortunate truth that is being spoken into Adam's ear.
Oh, you have to hear, Mr. President, a second Falco has flown into the stew. And then Adam's just like,
I'm with it. I'm with it. When I was working at outdoor school, one of my coworkers said, I wasn't even born when 9/11 happened. And I was like, no shit, you're younger than me. It's like, no shit, that's supposed to blow my mind? Nice.
What was your name at outdoor school?
Scoby.
Scoby. What's that mean to you?
It's a kombucha thing. It stands for...
Oh, wait. No. Don't tell me. I watched you and fucking Paul talking about
Bill
it.
is about to cook.
That shit, look, you're so lucky I wasn't here. I would have kicked both of you off the fucking mic. You're sitting here talking about mold, just gross Gatorade, blue and red, and...
It's not mold. It's literally how you make vinegar and shit.
I couldn't, oh man, I had to turn it down.
It's not mold. It's not. How do you think alcohol is made, man? It's fermentation. Bacteria made
But
this.
look, fermentation is cool until it coagulates. And when you're talking about coagulation in a fucking mold form, no, pass, brother.
Dude, there's no coagulation. It's just like cellulose. You can take a nice... I'm gonna fucking bring a fat pellicle over here. I'm gonna chomp that shit right in front of you.
I hope you do. And I will vomit.
Got to shred that thing up and put barbecue sauce on it.
This man.
The hippies eat it.
Man.
What the hippies do is they'll cook it down in sugar, and you end up with this like gummy candy.
And Paul had no resistance. Paul was so on board. Oh, totally with the scope.
I will say this though, Bill. I will say this: when hippies make clothes out of SCOBY,
like smokable clothes?
No. The like the pellicle is the thing that forms on top of the kombucha. It's like the solid part. Some hippies will dry that out and turn it into clothes, and it's fucking Hannibal Lecter. It looks like dried skin. It's horrible. And there are hippies that do that. So like, I love my fermentation, but even a guy like me has limits.
Gotcha. Okay. So wait. So did you do outdoor? Are you talking about as like when you were in high school, or did you do
recently,
it? Oh. How much does it pay?
Shit.
Worth doing?
If you're young.
And you're living with your parents?
If you're Bill, don't do it.
No. I did it when I was in high school.
If you're young, strictly because...
I was great when I did it in high school.
The physical demands are pretty crazy. And also, the experience of actually working there is different from high school. Because at high school, you're there for a week.
True.
I was there for like a month.
True.
And after that, like, my toes were broken. Like, I was up, dude. But I mean, it was like a good experience. But at the end of the day, you're working in Portland public schools, and that
Yeah.
just
Not paid well.
tears a person down. I mean,
Yeah.
and
You
it's
ever-
also like the stakes are high. Like you're trying to look for like
Ooh, nice knee.
like if you're working with a really problematic kid and you realize you need to call Child Protective Services, like that's not cool.
No.
That's not singing Kumbaya around a circle. That's like real shit. And
Dude,
so-
and here's the thing, like, I was there for a week, and I had to deal with some fucked up shit, so I can't imagine what doing a month would be like, because, like, every week you've got to have to deal with, like, at least 3 or 4 fires.
yeah, and you also you're also dealing with kids of all sorts of different backgrounds as well.
Oh,
So like
man.
you're dealing with kids who have a tenuous grasp on
Oh!
English and
Cleans
like,
it up.
can't eat the food and like yeah, man. For me I felt like it's not that I don't like working with kids,
Finish it.
but it is it's high stakes working
Yeah.
with kids because you just don't want to fuck them up.
Right.
you want to do right.
Did you ever get a teacher's number?
Oh yeah, bro, totally. This dude came over afterwards. I was like, yo, you gotta be the schmixiest 70-year-old geometry teacher I've ever laid my eyes on. Get that thong off, playa. Get that thong off, playa.
I mean, I got numbers when I was in
Juicy
high
old
school
man
from
talk.
from some of the other high school counselors, but you know, I always assumed that, like, you know, when the kids aren't there, like, maybe there's just like a small orgy out in the woods. Like, who knows? Who knows?
No, I was too tired for the orgy. I couldn't get it up.
Well, you gotta work on that, son. They got a thing called Blue Chew. We need to get that sponsorship for ass as well. Blue Chew, please reach out.
Yeah, we're desperate.
Even though we're young, there's still plenty of people that could use a hard dick. But no, so
Press 1 if you have erectile dysfunction.
when I was a counselor in high school, so I was in a cabin with one other counselor. It was just me and this guy. And my name was Ark, and his name was Salamander.
Wait, hold on. So you were a high schooler in a cabin alone with a actual... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it was me and one other counselor.
Okay.
And then we had kids. So it was
Gotcha,
like, so
Sorry.
from
Continue.
when I went, there was only one guy that ran our thing. When I went as a counselor, there was 2 people as a high schooler. So it was me and one other guy from high school. So we had this kid. I'm gonna say his name was S, right? We had this other kid. His name was T, right? And S was a very sweet, kind boy, but he was, you know, he was a little effeminate, and the other kids weren't mean to him necessarily, but they had opinions. And back in those days, you would hear the words, and you'd be like, "Kid, you can't say that. You need to stop saying that." Blah, 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 blah. But it was like, we didn't need to work that hard to corral him, right? Except on the last day when we're all cleaning up, right?
Ooh.
And we're sweeping out the cabin, right? And we have music playing and blah 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 blah. And the kids start roughhousing a little bit, and we don't mind too much, but we're kind of letting it go. And then the S ends up laying down on the bed, and T gets up behind him and starts humping him. And then it was like, oh no! Grabbed him, pulled him off, and it was like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, he's liking it. And he's like, the kid is scarred, right? And so it's like, we take him to who would be you, right, in this situation. It's like, hey, this is what happened. We stopped it as soon as we could, but this is what happened. And it was the kid. So when the counselor came back, he's like, the kid's talking about pressing charges.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh my god, dude, I didn't know how to do this, man. I'm 17 years old just trying to get credit to graduate.
No, that's exactly why the job gets old, is because it is high stakes. You're trying to, like, protect a million children running every which way in the woods, bro. Like, what is that?
It's fucked up, dude.
It's hard. And also a lot of high schoolers these days and even middle schoolers are transgender, non-binary. And
Right.
you're saying like some guy was like a little effeminate, and that was enough for some middle schoolers to make fun of.
Yeah.
It can be pretty tough for some of these middle schoolers to get accustomed to that. But fortunately, pretty much all the middle schoolers I worked with would eventually come to really respect their transgendered
I would imagine
cabin
nowadays
coordinator.
there's far more tolerance education these days because like we're talking.
It's true, but
2000
middle schoolers are fucking stupid and mean.
Yeah.
And their sense of humor is terribly undeveloped. So
I mean,
sometimes they be saying some hurtful shit sometimes. And
Yeah.
Of course, I was never down with that. But
Yeah.
you just can't control everybody all at once. Kids be saying shit.
Kids are fucked
Dude.
up. I
Kids
mean,
be saying,
to be
they
honest,
say shit. They say mean shit because they don't understand the totality of how much they could hurt someone or what it feels like to get hurt. Like they
Right.
just don't. They don't get the big picture because they're fucking kids.
you know, the older I get, and the when I deal with kids, the more I'm glad I'm just not gonna ever have kids. Can't do it,
You say that, but when that hooker gets back to you, you might have
brother.
huge-
Plan B costs $50. I got $50 if I need to. Take it easy, brother.
GG's. Catch you around. Yeah, they think that shit's funny in chat, but it's about to be a huge tragedy in Bill's life. That'd be the worst phone call
Man,
of all time. Be like, yo, I had triplets. I need child support now. Shout out to the Lord your God. You should pay child support now.
I mean,
And give your ex
look.
a shred of that oxygen that
I'm
you
just
should have
gonna
given
pay
to your kid.
myself with a shell in the mouth when that happens.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Dad.
You mean like a bugle, right? Like one of those chips you can put on your fender, right?
No,
That's
I
the kind
mean,
of
like-
shell.
I mean,
That's
like-
the kind of shell he's about to put in his
No, I
mouth,
mean like
ladies and gentlemen.
the brain obliterating kind. No, my dad was around longer than that, and you know, my biggest fear is having a kid show up now and having be like, "You're not even that bad off." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, dude. Your mom never told me shit." Like, that would be, woof.
I told you, man. I told you I was going to give you some commentary to complain about, bitch. All you people on chat complaining about how come the TO isn't running things back in the stream. The commentators. Huff my asshole. Please! Get me on comm. Me and Toph. Let's set it right. This is ass commentary. Get it right. Who's unbearable?
Who did it at Shine? Was it Slime?
I don't think Slime was there. It was like the cheat and I don't know, a bunch of homies.
I hope Slime doesn't hate me.
No.
I mean, there's a good chance.
No.
So Slime is straight edge, and I didn't realize this.
Okay.
And so after we did our first commentary block at Major Upset, I was like, "Hey man,
Want to smoke this rock?
no." I was like, "You trying to hang out?" And he's like, "Well, you know, sometimes I usually just go back to my room and play friendlies, and I'll usually just go over to the friendlies." I was like, "Okay. Well, you know, we're gonna be at the place and we're gonna be having drinks." He's like, "Oh, I don't drink." I was like, "Well, we're gonna be smoking." He's like, "I don't smoke." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And now I feel bad because like, now I feel like I've presented myself as garbage. And he's like, no, dude, it's cool. It's not for me. And like, he was very kind about it. But I don't know. I also said some crazy shit on grand finals or top 4.
No, that commentary was fire.
But he also had to navigate that, and he had to. And like maybe that put undue stress upon him. I don't know. We did not talk about it. I just hope he does not hate me.
I think he's okay. I think Slime is a professional who has dealt with a lot of weird fucking nerds. You gave him a shred of empathy, and that's an A+ right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think.
Tell me something about Super Smash Brothers Melee. I'll tell you something about Ultimate and how sick it is. It's got these auto combos. Any of y'all see that Ultimate thing where you can like bind actions to your D-pad and just fucking like do frame perfect bullshit like Banjo can shoot 100 eggs a second? Anyone seen that? Oh my god, I'm glad I'm playing Melee.
Yo, Chubb's fighting for his fucking life right now. R. Kelly. I mean, not to say that Big Chub is R. Kelly, but he's fighting for his fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
This might be it. Ooh. That is a healthy, unhealthy Falco.
Did you ever hear the R. Kelly song? He's like, oh, good finish.
God's only son, the Lord. God's only son shakes his head and says, Falco, with great disdain.
To be fair, folks, like, again, this is all about chemistry. To be fair, we had no reason to stop. We were riffing. We were going.
You really want me, of all people, to talk about the game? I'm a fucking moron, dude.
I mean,
don't understand this game.
That's the thing.